Hello everybody, welcome back to another Transformers video. In today's video, I'm going to be looking at this Studio Series Optimus Prime that's based off of the new Rise of the Beasts movie. Let's get right into it. So, first impressions, it is a lot more detailed than the Bumblebee movie, Optimus Prime, that we got previously in the Studio Series line. As you can see, there's a lot more detail in the face and just all over the head. The back looks really good. The legs hold together a lot better, and there's a whole bunch of detail on the inside. It looks pretty cool, and the feet aren't as flat. I'll show you what I mean in a second. And then we have the silver visors on top of the windshield. The kibble management on the arms is a lot better than on the Bumblebee movie Optimus Prime. Let me just show you what I mean. Okay, so as you can see, just comparing them side by side, the one on the right is the Rise of the Beasts Optimus Prime. The one on the left is the Bumblebee movie Optimus Prime, and the Rise of the Beasts Optimus Prime does look a lot better than the Bumblebee movie Optimus Prime. If I can just show you what I mean about the faces. The face here, it's pretty detailed, pretty accurate, but it doesn't have quite as much detail as this head, and I don't feel that it's quite as accurate as this head right here. And then the arms on the back here, you can see there's a whole big hunk of truck junk right here on his arm, whereas on here the truck junk kind of helps form into the arm. It doesn't really build up very much. And then the feet and legs, it's pretty obvious which one is better. These feet look really flat, and they don't point out as much as these feet, which I feel are a lot more accurate to how Optimus looked, even in the Bumblebee movie. And then the legs also stay together a lot better, so they won't come out very easily. Like on the Bumblebee movie Optimus Prime, you can see I just pull on it and it just comes out of place. And also something that I noticed on this particular Optimus Prime was that the shoulders aren't as big as I thought they were going to be. Honestly, I think they were a bit bigger in the movie, but I mean, it looks good. It wasn't what I was expecting. And then I'll just kind of go down around the figure and kind of show the camera all the details up close, just so you guys can get a good look at the features. And the back looks really, really nice. I think it looks better than the Bumblebee movie one as well. The arms are very detailed on the outside. The inside kind of just has the truck on it. There's the Autobot insignia on the shoulders where they should be, which isn't present on the other figure. And then something that I want to do, that I didn't do in my last video, which I feel like I should have done, is go over the articulation on this figure. So I think we should start with the top, just go with the head. It's a lot more articulated than the Bumblebee movie Optimus Prime head. It rocks side to side a lot better, and it looks up a lot more, like that, down, and it turns a full 360 degrees unhindered. And then The shoulders, they can go up and down, full 360. They do kind of look weird when they're up by his face. I wish the shoulder could have been more like how the Bumblebee movie Optimus Prime shoulder worked. But, I mean, it's okay. I don't know why they decided to do this. It seems kind of unnecessary to make it this way, but anyway, it is what it is. And then the elbow actually has a double joint. So we have the actual elbow joint here, and then we have the transformation joint that lets it go all the way up until it hits the shoulder. And then the hand, it can kind of move back and forth like this due to transformation. And then it also has a swivel like that. The legs have a good range of motion too. It has I think this is called a drop down joint. The actual joint is placed more forward from the actual center of the leg where the joint would usually be, so he can kick really high like that, which I think is probably higher than the Bumblebee movie Optimus Prime. And then he can also kick out like that, about that far. Yeah, that's as far as it goes. And it can swivel like that, about that much. And then the knee bends out to about a little more than 90 degrees, but not much more. And then the feet, they can rock side to side, like that. And they can rock forward and backward a little bit. Just a little bit, though. And they can swivel like this, which wasn't on the Bumblebee movie, Optimus Prime. And then he does come with 2 weapons. I almost forgot to mention. He has the sword that he used, and the cannon, which is a little too small, but it doesn't bother me too much. Kind of casual about this stuff. Anyway, the sword, the way that it can be mounted, you can peg it into this slot, which is right next to the hand, which is how it looks in the movie. Looks pretty awesome. And then I think you can also peg it right there, if you prefer that kind of look, which also looks pretty cool. And then, again, you can put it in his hand, like this, so you can hold it like an actual sword, like this. Pretty cool. And then the cannon, the way that this goes on, the arm will open up, and then the hand will go in. And then there's this peg right here that'll go into the hole on the back of it. And there he has his cannon, which also looks pretty cool, but it is too small, unfortunately. And then let's get into weapon storage. We'll take the sword, and then we'll use this peg, put it in there, and that's weapon storage for the sword. And then the cannon will just come off the arm, and then stick it onto there. And that's weapon storage. Alright, let's get him into truck mode, and we'll see how that looks. And there we have Optimus in truck mode, which doesn't look great from the back, but from the front, it looks pretty good. Whatever this piece of metal is separately fitted, so that looks really good. The top doesn't look very great, but it doesn't bother me too much. Everything else looks pretty good, but the back is just super messy. And this wouldn't bother me so much if they hadn't have done better on a previous Optimus. This is what the previous Optimus looked like. And as you can see, it has a lot better trailer bed. It just looks a lot better than any other Optimus trailer bed that's ever existed, in my opinion. And then the top even looks a little bit better because all the colors match and it's mostly flat. Anyway, this version of Optimus is a lot better in my opinion, in truck mode, in my opinion. Yeah, it really is just, it looks a lot better. And it fits together a lot better. And then for weapon storage, you just come to the back. For the cannon, you take this peg down here, and you just stick it on to this port in here. If I can get it on. Yeah, it fits. Okay, there we go. And then the sword kind of goes in weird. You have to spread the legs apart, and then this circle here will peg into that circle hole right there. And then after you do that, the hilt kind of sticks into that gap right there. And then you can put the legs together, and that's weapon storage for truck mode. Yeah. Honestly, it hides away pretty good, considering how messy it already is. It doesn't make it look worse. Yeah. I really wish they could have done better on the truck bed. But the rest of it looks fine, I guess. I think that's going to be it for today's video. Thank you all for watching until the end, and I'll see you in the next one.